Going. Ah, welcome to the Sunday night. Wonderful world of Generation X. And I'm not too late today for like the first time in a long time. Let me at least, well, I'm going to have to rely on my wife to yell to me what's going on with the Bills game. I'm going to sneeze because I can't see it from here. There it is. But you guys can also let me know what's going on. It's on Peacock today, isn't it? Isn't that weird? I am so sick of the NFL being everywhere. It needs to be on Sundays on CBS or NBC or Fox, right? Remember they would fight for it. That's it. Just Sundays, one channel, and then Monday Night Football. That's it. That needs to be football. I'm sick of YouTube TV, of NFL selling games to Peacock, selling games to Prime, it's bullshit. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Is Sunday Night Football also carrying it though? I think Sunday Night Football is carrying it as well. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. But I know that it's definitely going to be on Peacock, so I can watch it downstairs. I have this thing called VCTV, which is kind of, it's ethically compromised, but I know I can see all the games for free. I just can't see it up here. Hey, Deb, what's going on? Hey, Cindy Knight. Hey, Husula. It's on CBS in Rochester. It might be on CBS here, too. But I think you guys might get it because because you're in Rochester. I'm not sure if we get it on CBS here. I'm annoyed. Like I said, I can see it downstairs. I'm just going to have to count on you guys to tell me how it's going. It's okay. I'm too nervous anyway. Opening game against the Ravens, way too nervous anyway. Listen, it's just a national game. Yeah, I get it. I hate that there's so many places to watch stuff though. Let me see if I can pull up. I'm still one of the last holdouts. I've got I've got a Fire Stick, I've got a VC box, but I also have DirecTV because I'm a holdout. I think I'm one of the last 15 people to actually have DirecTV. So I bet you I can catch that there. Watch now. How's everybody's week? Everybody have a good week? How old am I? Old enough to have DirecTV, apparently. Anybody else? I get so nervous every time, man. Football season is tough. All right, it's loading. We'll see. It's on NBC. Really? Somebody says NBC now. All right, well, I'll find out where it is. I see, and you're right. It can't be NBC. CBS. Let's go watch now. On CBS, I'm seeing the 2025 MTV Music Awards. And the VMAs, Video Music Awards. Really? Is that still a thing? Does anybody watch music videos? That's weird. Like, how can they have a VMAs? It is Baltimore Ravens. It's on NBC. All right, I'm there. I will see it when it starts at 8:30. All right, life is good. Football night in America. Turn some volume up. What's going on with my volume? Guys, I'm almost there. All right. All right, I've got it on the small screen. So let me know if there's a big something and I'll jump over, but I got it, NBC. All right, yeah, NBC is where it's playing here. It's everywhere. Again, I used to love as a kid. Saturdays were all about Saturday morning cartoons. If I'm blurry on YouTube, give it a minute as it ramps up and people jump on. Usually I'm told it settles in. I don't know. I look crystal clear to me. 2 touchdowns in 1 minute. Oh, you be quiet. Yeah, hopefully I'll stop being blurry. Do we get Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom before the Disney stuff? Dude, wasn't that awesome? I love that stuff. Family's doing well. Thank you, Jessica. Dan had a family reunion. Very cool. I loved Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I just thought it was always funny that Marlon Perkins was always like putting Jim in mortal danger. It's like, Jim, if you wouldn't mind, go down into that snake pit and let's see how it does down there. Kiwi says, I'm clear on YouTube. All right, so maybe it's not me. It's you. Said that to more than a few girls growing up. Adam, I'm watching the game too, right over here. So going back and forth. Am I going to use the Epilady? All right. So for those who don't follow closely, I did a video on pain in the 80s and women and how women have like an iconic threshold for pain. And one of the things that came up was the Epilady. So I saw on YouTube, if mods can take care of that for me, over on YouTube. I saw on eBay that somebody was selling an Epilady for like $40, and it's like the original Epilady. And I'm like, you know what? Let's see what we can do. So I bought it. It should be here soon. I seem to have misplaced my sanity again. Can I borrow yours? Barking up the wrong tree, Trav, and I haven't got it here. So yeah, I have an Epilady. It's on the way. It's being shipped to me. I don't know whether or not I'm going to try it on myself, God forbid, or if I'm going to find some unsuspecting Zoomer, some Gen Z candidate that thinks that they know about things from the past, and I may do it on one or more of them. Use the Epilady while drinking Mad Dog. I would have to be drinking something. Now, my question for you 80s ladies is, do I need to trim the leg hair first before actually like bringing that Epilady in? I don't want to like tear the roots out of my. I don't want to be bleeding. I don't want to like have gashing holes in my legs. So I'm a little worried, but you know, it's good content and it's funny, and I just kind of, part of me is like, you women amaze me. Nothing is incredible as sticking my hands into the dishwater when my wife is washing dishes, or back, you know, you're a young couple and you know you want to save water, so when you first get together, when you're first married, it comes into your mind, maybe we'll shower together. That'll save water. It's economical. It saves water. It saves time. Dude, I try once and done. Your women's ability, you females, you ladies, the ability you women have, third degree burns on male bodies, but somehow you've got it. Dr. Scholl's exercise sandals. I remember the girls next door to us having those things, and I tried them. I'm not into ladies' footwear, but I tried them. I'm like, how bad can these things be? Dude, what is wrong with you? Do your feet not feel things? Is that why you can get away with heels for hours? So, and then the other stuff, of course, is the Epilady. Proof positive that y'all have a different threshold for pain. Jennifer says, I'm really scared for you with the Epilady, dude. Guys, now I'm starting to get worried. It does tear the hair out by the roots. The heat stuff. Eli, seriously though, these women have no like heat receptors. I don't know. Do they have Dr. Scholl's for men? I promise you they don't. Men are all about comfort. We don't like being uncomfortable. It's why we loosen the ties after the wedding. By the time we get to the reception, it's all we can handle. What's going on, Wirehead? I see you, Life. What's going on? How are you doing, buddy? Travin, of course, dude, you are my guy. Dustcatcher. Stephanie says, Thigh Masters, did those hurt too? Jennifer loved Dr. Scholl's. You're insane. Angela advises me to trim. All right, so maybe I'll start with that so that, you know, it doesn't have like long leg hair to go after. I don't know. We'll see. Jennifer says, don't be a baby. Okay. Charlie says good heels are comfortable. I think that's a lie, but I wouldn't know from experience. Life says that video was so cool. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Whole point of Epilady is to rip the hair root out. Well, dude, hey, Phil, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Here we go. Go Bills. Let's go. If I'm making a prediction, I'm worried tonight. I'm a little worried. Bills have been getting a lot of attention. You know, Max focused on us in the preseason, HBO Max. There's a Hallmark movie, Christmas movie, being made about, like, based in Buffalo around the Bills. Wow, my eyes look really blue. Shit. Josh Allen, of course, coming off of NFL MVP. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous that our head may not necessarily be in the game, but we'll see. Worst drink I ever drank? Not a fan of bourbons. Sorry, I just not. Favorite 80s rock hairband is Def Leppard. Well, that's darn cool. That works. To be fair, hated the Epilady. Screamed like hell when the Epilady first came out. But did it work? Rocking them baby blues. Thank you. Travis says, by the way, ordered a deck of Gen X cards to check for quality control. Very cool, dude. I can't wait. Who is your Mount Rushmore of the Buffalo Bills players? Oh, that's a good question. Not Scott Norwood. So many, dude. Steve Tasker was the heart of the team for a while. You got Jim Kelly, of course, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, Cornelius Biscuit Bennett, Darryl Talley, Andre Reed, Don Beebe. You had James Lofton come in, and he really helped get the team to the next level as a receiver. Kenneth Davis came in as a secondary running back. I know my Bills. I can't pick one. Bourbon, wicked hangover. I don't like bourbon. I don't like it. It tastes like vomit to me. I can drink like a Canadian whiskey, just not the. I better be waxing your legs instead of Epilady. Just give me a I think it's good content. I'm looking at it. I realize what you women go through. Beauty is pain. It's an example of how the 80s were just vicious with so many things. Well, Kusula, I mean, honestly, how do I not bring up wide right? The blue in your head is bringing out the brightness in your eyes. Well, that's cool. How about those Steelers? How about those Chiefs? Where are my Chiefs fans? Internet is lagging like Milli Vanilli at the last concert. I don't know. I think if it's going to be Mount Rushmore, Josh Allen deserves a place. He hasn't secured the bowl yet, but dude, the guy's amazing. He's got heart like I've never seen before. So he goes on as a new kid. As far as like in the past, Jim Kelly's got a spot. Thurman Thomas, probably Bruce Smith, and then Marv. You know, you got to put Marv Levy up there. The guy didn't bring it home, but he's a cool dude, and he's almost 100 years old. Or is he 100 now? I think he might be 100. I can't do the Buffalo Trace, Dave. I just can't do the bourbons. Four Horsemen. My mom used Nair. Nair, I couldn't take the smell, dude. If my mom was using Nair, and like we would be riding our bikes down the block, and we would know if someone's mom cracked open the Nair. Yeah, I don't like the international games either, Chris. I felt like when the Bills went, first of all, it costs one of the teams a home game. So for whatever reason, based on scheduling, like last year when the Bills had the game in London, that took away one of our home games. And a home game's a big deal. The 12th man is everything in some stadiums. So to have to travel overseas, deal with all that crap, lose a home field advantage game on top of it, I'm not a big fan. He is 100. I thought so, Maggie. He just turned. That's right. Thank you. I see that, John. He is still alive, Eli. Just turned 100 years old. My man Marv. Do shorten your hair with the trim. We're still on the Epilady. What about OJ? Listen, as far as I'm concerned, the guy lost. I ain't putting him on. I'm not putting him on a mountain. The guy was what he was. As far as an amazing player back in the day, no one can take that away from him, I guess. But anyway, no, he doesn't go on the mountain. Happy Sunday to you as well, Anthony. Here we go, Sunday Night Football. Jack Kemp. I forgot about Jack Kemp. Before my time, but he was another one. Go Chiefs. You did go. You went. And I have bad feelings about this game. We'll see. Nair would take care of leg hair and nose hair at the same time. I just don't know why he needed that smell. We wear short shorts, iconic commercial, great jingle. If you dare wear short shorts, Nair for short shorts, basically said, what were they trying to say with that? If you wear short shorts, use Nair. What's going to come peeking out? I mean, they really weren't holding back with that commercial. Michelle, thank you for signing up to the honorary extras. I appreciate you. Julia, thank you so much. Nair is a chemical weapon, for sure. Probably lead paint in there somewhere, too. There's an acrylic compound in Nair that melts the hair. Good evening, David. Hello, Karen. Hi, Tina. Domenico. Still a commercial on, yeah. VMAs is doing a tribute to Ozzy. Kenny G was on, looks old, reminds me we're no longer in the 70s. Kenny G. Would that even be possible today? We just lost, what was his name? From Syracuse. Chuck Mangione, who was like a jazz artist that actually crossed over, right? Played jazz, but it made it into the top 40 somehow. Kenny G, sax soloist, whatever it was he was playing, made it into the top 40. We had monks chanting, made it into the top 40. Kenny, help me. Just lots of instrumental stuff. Chariots of Fire, remember that? Made it into the top 40. Beverly Hills Cop theme song, made it into the top 40. So many really just weird songs and music that made it into our top 40. And at the same time, you had Ozzy next to Metallica, next to Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton and Sonny and Cher. Everything was mixed in. It was pretty cool. Axel F, that's what I was thinking of. The last first game in Highmark. Maybe I'll get used to calling it Highmark when it's the new Highmark. To me, it's still... I wasn't even really good with the Rolf, although that was pretty cool. It was always Rich Stadium to me. Kenny G played clarinet and oboe. Okay. I think he played a lot of things, probably. There's Josh. Go Bills. Wait for it. Every time he leaves, go Bills. Look at this kid.
I just think the hope, the joy, the energy every year to start the year especially.
Sorry, I'm watching. Give me a minute. Go Bills. Just said it. Love it. Dude. Let's go. Yeah, French song by a toddler. You had You Got What I Need. When she says she's just a friend. I mean, you could suck, hey, Maddie. You could absolutely suck on ice, be a horrible singer, and have a hit back in the 80s. Also, you had to be amazing and have talent and be able to recreate yourself and be able to put out album after album after album if you wanted staying power. The Bart Simpson rap. Watching Pretty in Pink. Andrew, dude, Goonie, what are you doing? The Bills game's on. A lot of one-hit wonders. That is fair. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. Timothy, thank you for following. Bob Hansen, thank you for following. Jurima, thank you for following. Jack Harrison, Mary Ann, Anthony, Jason, thank you for sharing the stream. Debbie, thank you for sharing the stream. So funny, every time I thank followers or super chats, I keep waiting. I take a second when I read the names and I read it in my head before it comes out of my mouth. Because I keep waiting for one of you guys to pull a Michael Hunt on me. And so far it hasn't happened. But I'm thinking it's any day now, it will. You look marvelous, too. That was horrible. I'm never going to do that again. Watching Uncle Buck instead of football? That's fair, Wirehead. Here, take a quarter and have some rat gnaw that thing off your face. Favorite scene in the entire movie. York Hunt? That's a new one, but it still works. Has anyone seen Michael Hunt? Hell, Patrick Swayze had a song. Yeah, it actually was on the Don't Put Baby in the Corner soundtrack. Watching Knots Landing. Dude, that's going back a minute. Bruce Willis had Respect Yourself. Yeah, there were a bunch. Patrick Swayze, Bruce Willis. Somebody mentioned Party All the Time. There were a few of those. Ernestine, thank you for my $2 to start us off. YouTube has a $73, as if they have any say in this. I guess they do take a piece of it, so maybe that's why they do it every time. $73 is the goal on YouTube, and we are at 9. And I really don't care if we hit it or not, but saying it somehow tickles the algorithm, so I will consistently ask. And to be honest, the money doesn't hurt. I'm actually using some of that money to fly down to Orlando at the end of the month. And I hope you guys will tune in. I am expecting some sick content on September 26th, 27th, and 28th. I'll be in Orlando at the Orange County Convention Center for the Fanboy Expo. It's a convention, and dude, Andrew, you're going to appreciate this. They got the cast of Goonies there. So I will be streaming and filming at least parts of the panel for a Goonies reunion with Sean Astin and Mouth. And as many, I think Mark Plimpton's going to be there. So that's pretty cool. Am I taking the family again? I don't think conventions. My oldest daughter came with me once to help. She wasn't much help. So now I'm going alone. Also cheaper to fly alone. But yeah, it's going to be the Goonies. There are people from Lord of the Rings that are going to be there. For me, the big one is this. It's Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner. It's the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman. Gene Simmons is going to be there. Pauly Shore, buddy, is going to be there. Oh, Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. $10 closer. Thank you, Shannon, for the super chat. Do the truffle shuffle. I don't have enough shuffle to truffle. Jack Wagner, all I need. That's funny. Yes. Lost signal to the feed or to the game? Come on, Josh. Almost an interception. So yeah, there'll be a lot of content. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Pictures, video. Primarily, I can stream easier to YouTube for that stuff. Facebook copyright slams me often. So expect pictures from the trip to be primarily over on Facebook and the videos to be living on YouTube. There's also going to be Bend, Oregon. The last Blockbuster has a moving Blockbuster video store. And I spoke with the guys that run it, and I'll be making content inside what is going to look like a Blockbuster video. Dude, it's weird, right? That we get excited for a store, a pretend version of a store. I'm psyched to take my Blockbuster card and go back to Blockbuster. So I'm thinking that's going to be super, super cool. They also have one of the actors from the movie Rad, the BMX movie. He's going to be there, so I'm going to be making some content, hopefully with all of those. Love watching Become So Animated while watching the Bills. Yeah. Nice. Nice run. We need Josh Allen to not be the lead rusher, okay? We need Cook. We need the running backs to do their job so that Josh Allen doesn't have to. When am I coming to Bend? Probably next year. Trying to plan a trip out to the West Coast. It's expensive, so it's something I definitely have to plan for. God darn it. So it's something I definitely have to plan for. I want to go to Bend to see that actual Blockbuster. Trevin, dude. I'll pay my share. I found my next vacation destination in South Carolina. Mount Pleasant seems to be a nice, chill place. Hyped about the USS Yorktown Museum. Dude, it's not too terribly far from me when you do that. Maybe we can even plan to meet in the middle. I'd love to get a chance to see you in person. But thank you so much, Stacy, and thank you so much for gifting a membership. That helps. Dude, Trevin, MVP so far. Not the amount means a lot. It's the thought that you guys think to share, think to like. Yes! 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 2nd and 11. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dalton Kincaid, tight end. Love it. All right. Okay. Sorry. Back to the live. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress. Dude, I love it so much. I am so happy it's football season. Eli, thank you for gifting some. So if you get gifted a membership, guys, that means you now have access to some private videos that I sometimes put out. You get all these fun little emojis, and it's a lot easier for me to see what you write. Sorry, I have to go, but go Birds. I'll throw you a go Birds, dude. I love the Eagles, and we're an amazing team last season. Hopefully we don't run into you at the Super Bowl, but if we do, as long as we're there, I'm happy. I just think you guys are going to be tough to beat. When can I come to Austin, Texas? So here's the deal, guys. Look up conventions. Somebody contacted Fanboy Expo on my behalf. and said something, because now they're on my page, and I got gifted some passes to go down there. So I'm paying for the flight and the hotel, but at least they're covering my passes for me. And I'm hoping as time goes on, there'll be events that I'm actually featured as a guest, where I can have a table and can actually get sponsored to be there. But if you see a convention that you think hits hard, it's got some great guests coming up, it's some place that you think people will be able to come and see, let them know. Email them. I would love to do the FanX Salt Lake City Con. Contact them. Throw them my name. Throw them a link to my Facebook page, my YouTube page. Any of that would help. And of course, the sponsorships. You guys donating real hard cash is a huge benefit to me. Those of you that watch and share the videos, huge benefit, because then I generate ad revenue. As cool as all of it is, unfortunately, Southwest doesn't take likes and comments, which is why the sponsorships, the donations, the super chats, things like that help so much. So I appreciate you guys. Good evening, Gail. Thank you for the stars over on Facebook. Hey, Stacy in North Carolina. So I'm psyched. I'm super psyched to be going. This is cool. Just so many really cool people. And hopefully I also asked for some interview status. So maybe I'll be able to interview some of these people, which would be cool. Otherwise, if you're in Orlando, if you're close to Orlando, if you think you might be going, I always post pictures of where I am so you guys can find me. And I love meeting you guys face to face. Doreen and I got to meet. It'd be much easier to find if they give me a table eventually, but then they forced me to do things like charge for selfies. And I don't know if I'm there yet. But, you know, it's funny. I had one convention sponsoring me in Arkansas, and they said I've got 4 times the followers of some of the people that have lines across the floor. So who knows? Who knows? It would give me an opportunity to be able to go further because it's not on my dime, that's for sure. Buffalo will beat Baltimore. Go Bills. From your mouth to God's ears. I saw a con in Columbus, Ohio that will have a great lineup of guests. Dude, what's going on? Generation X Latchkey Originals. Guys, throw that guy a follow. Absolutely awesome content. He's been shadow banned for a minute. Don't think I haven't noticed, buddy. Your views have not been what they should be. Hopefully that gets up for you and see it go better for you. Appreciate that, Violet. So sports are on TV year-round, unfortunately. I saw something about Jerry Lewis Telethon. One of the things that I'm working on, and let me know if you think this is a good idea. So we just had Labor Day. And most Gen Xers will remember that every night at a certain time, Stars Party just started. Something happened. My audience has been challenged to send stars in the next 5 minutes. Encourage them to reach their goal. What is their goal? It's their goal. It's mine. Well, Gail's trying to reach it, and now I know why people are sending stars. I don't even know what the goal is. I don't know any of this stuff. I feel like I'm feeling all of my 55 years when I can't figure this out. It says encourage them to reach the goal. I don't care. But again, everything we say, AI knows. So anyway, getting back to the Labor Day. We've got a year. Next year for Labor Day, I want to hold an old school telethon, 24 hours, but this time streaming online. Getting a location, bringing in different Gen X era creators, people from the 80s, if we can find some actual, at least B-level celebrities that, don't make us call you boomer, that want to jump in. I think that would be cool as hell. And I just remember it being so cool that at a time when TV used to turn off after like midnight, right? Midnight, the TV would play the Star Spangled Banner and stop. During the telethon, it went 24 hours. And you got to watch local. And I want to do that. So ask Scott Bale. That's not a bad idea. So I want to donate the money to a charity. I've always had a soft spot for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, but we can do MDS and keep it old school. But I just think it'll be a really, really cool idea. Find some place where we can just all get together and everybody take a segment and do a live and do a stream. And we can even do it remotely. I could do it from here and then pitch it off to somebody who's somewhere else and just keep it going. But a 24-hour stream for charity, Gen X style. And I think that would be pretty cool. So we'll see how it goes. TV turned around 3 a.m. Turned off around 3 a.m. Yeah, it depended on where you were. The good stuff ended after the nightly news. That got weird. Some good stuff after the fact, but it got a little strange at times. Does anybody else who follows football despise Chris Collinsworth? I mean, I'm not talking personally. Oof. I'm not talking like he's a bad person. Um, I'm talking that he's annoying as hell. Is it just me? I don't know. Hello, millennial here, but I love watching. Jennifer, love having you here, especially on YouTube. 3View team will be there for sure, Wirehead. I hate Collinsworth. YouTube primarily runs younger. Facebook, the majority of my followers are 45 to 55-year-old. Right after them, it's 55 to 65, almost tied with the 35 to 45. YouTube skews younger. John Stamos, I don't think would come anywhere near us. He's a little bit too big. Yeah, because he's horrible. I mean, he's king of Captain Obvious. Born in '75, still here. Nobody can touch Madden Summerall. Maybe that's what it is. I just miss the old guys. Brady's annoying. Brady is just too technical and weird. He seems like a Teddy Ruxpin. Like if you flip open the back, there's a tape somewhere. He just doesn't seem real. Oh, his son sounds just like him. Looks like stars are halfway there, says Charlie. Oh, I see it now. All right, 89% on the Stars party. 58 seconds to go. I don't know. I never know. Jets have always... Damn it. First down, Lamar Jackson. Come on, Buffalo. Whoa, we got a big high five somewhere. What the heck is going on in chat? Love you guys. Thank you so much for agreeing with me more than anything. The Collinsworth is irritating. Yeah, it's funny. Of all my followers, it's like you would think there'd be a lot of crossover. I'm sure some of you follow me on Facebook, also on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok for some of you. I promise none of you are following me on Twitter. I barely even post there. I have like 400. If you want to be OG Gen X John follower, find me on Twitter because it'll almost be like a one-on-one conversation. I have a whopping 400, not 400,000, 400 followers there. But most people don't follow cross-platform. When people say, "Oh, I don't Facebook, I don't do TikTok, I don't do Instagram," that's pretty true. Tales from the Crypt Keeper was on late at night. Well, that would be HBO, correct? Gail, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Am I on Twitch? No, because my understanding was that Twitch was more of a gaming streaming platform. I could be wrong. If it's something, I do really well on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and I can do well on TikTok. About 350, 360,000 over there. It just depends. Charlie goes, woohoo, achieved. This is fun. Appreciate you guys. Twitter, or it's called X now, which should be our platform, I guess. I mean, we are X, but it's X or Twitter, however you want to call it. It's kind of a dumpster fire. I think people go there. What I see do well there is if it's controversial, if it's an effort to get people angry. Why am I not watching the Bills game? Dude, do you know me? I'm watching as we speak, 2nd and 8. Makes me less nervous. I get super nervous during the games, and also my ADHD. I prefer to do lots of different things at the same time. So I can read, watch, talk, stream, all at the same time. Marcus, so does your mother. Holding. Defense, that's us. Oh, well. 6-7. Who are they competing against? It's Bills versus Ravens. There are all kinds of channels on Twitch. Lots of people selling jewelry, explaining various things that happen. Glass cutters, crafts. Yeah, that sounds like talent. I don't have any of that. Doreen, who'd you get a picture with? Are you talking about Fonzie? Oh, my God. Oh, thank God. That was a monster pass, but incomplete. 2nd and 10. Dude, Lamar's got an arm on him. The guy's a beast. Gen X Australian here trying to survive living with a Gen Z daughter. It isn't easy. Discord, maybe at some point.
Derrick Henry run up and down the field. So here you have Lamar Jackson unafraid to make changes at the line of scrimmage. That's a new aspect of this offense now that hasn't been in years
Wow.
past.
Millennial from Philadelphia. Hello, good to meet you, man. Go Eagles. Hope you guys have a good season. When did I find out about ADHD? You know, it's funny, Sherry. So my oldest daughter was diagnosed. And we were sitting there with the psychiatrist trying to come up with a plan, what would work, what wouldn't. I still wasn't completely on board. I didn't know what I didn't know. And he's talking to my daughter, and he invites us in, and we're all having a conversation. And just off the cuff, he says to my daughter, "Well, you know, you'll gain even without medication. You'll learn coping techniques. You'll learn there are positive aspects to being divergent in this way, you know." And your dad, you know, he goes, "How old are you, sir?" I told him, he goes, "Well, you've been dealing with it for as long as you've been dealing with it. He can be a resource for you." And I turned to the guy and I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" The guy had seen me through 2 appointments, barely knew him, and he just assumed that I knew. Apparently, it's written all over me, I guess. I don't know. So that's when I learned. I got diagnosed without having to pay for the diagnosis. My daughter's doctor basically said, "Hey, ask your dad. He knows all about it." But we had Ritalin growing up. I remember kids that had severe ADHD, I guess, that would take Ritalin. The rest of us just learned to cope somehow, right? It's like everything else. Whatever it was you had that made you different, you learned to cope with it. I remember, oh, really, Chris? I think I'm delayed from you, Crisula. Here it is. Nice. Yeah, Crisula, I'm delayed from you. I just saw the sack now. 4th down. All right. Get off the field. Go on the sidelines or you can't hurt me. Phew. They put you on Prozac. I mean, and so here's the deal. 70s, 80s, early 90s. We didn't go to therapy. We didn't, it's first quarter still. We didn't go to see a psychiatrist about mental health, right? Unless there was something wrong with us and wrong with all the world's worst connotations. And parents telling their kids things like, "Don't tell anybody. You know, we're going to do this. We agree to do this. We're going to do this, but don't tell anybody." And in the Greek, Chrysula, you know, if you're first generation, if you're Greek, if your family came over from Italy, if that, even worse, nobody needs to know your business. You didn't talk about it. So if you went, you kept your mouth shut about it and didn't tell anybody. So I guess it's just the way things were. And today, my daughter tried, you know, the medical approach with Adderall and stuff. At the end of the day, I told her do what works for her. My entire life, I've just utilized it. There's good things about it and there's bad things about it. I can focus through a loud tunnel. I can have the world blowing up all around me and I'm like this. No worries. Now, if it's silent, if I'm sitting in a quiet room where you can hear a pin drop and there is nothing going on and I'm expected to focus on reading something, I'm done. Done. Can't do it. I'm a Bills fan, says Charlie. Nah, a little bit. Walk it off. What doesn't kill you make you stronger, or at the very least, it doesn't kill you. It may not make you stronger. That's the lie, right? We had all these sayings and all these lies growing up that were intended to, in today's vernacular, gaslight us, to make us think that something that was bad was actually good. It didn't kill you. It made you stronger. Steel tempers steel. The fact of the matter is, if something sucks, it sucks. And sometimes the fact that something didn't kill you simply didn't kill you. You may have gone through the other side significantly weaker than when you started. It's just the way it is. But you know, you can't go back in time and make it not happen. You can't complain about it because that's not going to do any good. So we rub some dirt on it. We move on. I dislike a quiet room. When I go to bed, I have to have the TV on. I got a whole lot of scars that prove that fact. Yeah, whatever doesn't kill you simply doesn't kill you. Sometimes it makes you smarter. Sometimes it makes you stronger. Sometimes it leaves you paralyzed emotionally or physically. It is what it is, though. have tons of music on if reading. Sherry, that is it. That's my secret weapon. Or I would have the TV on, and my mom would come into my room and turn the TV off and say, you're supposed to be studying. And I'm like, Mom, that's not helping. You're literally making it impossible for me to study. Can you please turn it on? I'm working on a time machine. Wait for it. Would you all go back? Would you all go back? I wouldn't. Oh, dude, David. David says we had friends to talk to. Yeah, they took things. Oh, Tom, I promise you I'm not missing the game. Our friends took shit to the grave. I can honestly say that my friends then and my friends now, people knew the value. There was no tea. Yeah, you women will be able to tell me, and probably some of you guys too. Gossip was a thing, but it was compartmentalized. There were things you said and things you didn't say. And if somebody broke those unwritten rules and shared something they shouldn't have been sharing, there was a huge penalty. You were a social pariah. You were an outcast. If you opened your mouth and betrayed a trust for the sake of gossip and it got traced back to you, maybe not always, but a lot of times we had a code of honor. You kept shit to yourself. I swear I know how to spell. I believe you. I'd go back to visit, but I wouldn't. I don't want to go back. I love that I can connect like this. I would not have had a voice in 1980, but for as loud as I could scream it. The only people with platforms with voices were the very, very rich or the very, very famous. And usually it was only the very, very famous that became very, very rich or vice versa. I love what we have today. I don't want to go back. What I want to do is take what we left back there and bring it here. There's nothing stopping us. You have a neighbor you disagree with politically on something? Get over it. You don't like music? Change the channel. You don't like a movie? Flip it. You don't like marketing campaigns from a company? Fine. Don't buy their shit. But get over it. Be nicer. Be better. And all the bad stuff from back then, we can leave that there, but let's just bring the good stuff forward. Let's look out for each other. If we see a kid on the street and don't see a parent, don't be so afraid that you're going to be called out for doing something. Hey, say to the kid, hey, kid, are you all right? What's going on? That kind of stuff. Bills have the Doug Flutie curse 20 years. Dude, well, it's got to be almost over. That curse has got to be done. I had Flutie Flakes for the longest time, by the way, Huey. Thank you for the super chat. They got infested with like roaches. My mom wanted to kill me. All of a sudden we had bugs on the top of the fridge and she couldn't figure out where, but I knew. I wish I could bring back, you can bring back all of those things. Everything that was good about the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s, I promise you, we have no problem bringing it back. When you're out at dinner with your kids, with your friends, put your phones in your pockets. When you have family time, instead of everybody watching their thing on their screen, find something to watch together. Pull them in. Something offensive on the radio? Well, there's two knobs on the radio. George Carlin, I love it. To quote Billy Joel, the good old days weren't always good and tomorrow ain't as bad as it seems. God bless. I agree. The good old days were pretty good, though. Thank you, Susie. Susie McCracken. Love you, honey. Susie is my graduate of North Rosewood High School, my alma mater, 4 years before me, if I remember right. But yeah, the good old days were amazing. And it had some really crappy stuff, too. Oh, it did hit Buffalo first. Come on.
The ball was first touched by Buffalo number 28.
It did. It's a good call. I don't like it. It's unfortunate, but it's the right call. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lori. Don't know where the eyes came from. My mom's got like hazel, green, brown. My dad had like black brown eyes. My older brother used to mock me and tell me that I was adopted. Have to be up at 3 a.m. Tina, have a good night. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. I went to a rock show at a planetarium on Friday. Amy, that sounds awesome. Do you guys remember planetariums? I remember being so little when I went to a planetarium for the first time that I got home and thought I'd been gone overnight. Now today, a kid would know that's not possible. They're like, in what world would I leave spend the night somewhere, and then come home the next day without my parents' permission or my parents being told. But back then, it was the 70s. What was wrong with the call? Nothing. That was the right call. I just don't like it because it gave the ball to the Ravens. I was being selfish. I wanted the wrong call. But yeah, I came home and I said to my mom, "Did you miss me? Are you surprised I didn't come home last night?" She looked at me like I was a moron. She's like, "What are you talking about?" But the fact that the planetarium got dark, I thought it was overnight. So yeah, anyway, cute little story. I miss common sense, basic human decency. Free water is a big one. Although it's still there. We don't pay for water. I've got a filter in my fridge. But you know what? I'm sure the tap water works just fine. We were brainwashed out of drinking tap water. Honestly, if we test it, I'll bet you in most of our communities, some, tap water is probably better today than it was when we were kids. Certainly better than hose water, but it didn't hurt us. How long have I been transitioning? Not long. It was instant that I turned into this amazing person that you see before you, Patrick. Thank you for asking, though.
I hired 10 everyday Americans to come up with creative ads.
I fear for all the tables. Buffalo, if the Bills win a Super Bowl. Eli says I drink tap water. Charlie says I was left by aliens as per my older sister. The other one was that somebody said the milkman. My other one was the garbage man. My mom found me in the garbage, and she could take me back if I misbehaved. Did anyone watch Midnight Special? No? I mean, somebody might have. I didn't. Trav and Dude, you've made your contributions tonight. Appreciate you so much, man. You are doing overtime. The 80s taught me you can always trust someone that likes big butts because they cannot lie. You know what? But like the 80s and the 90s, sometimes, like many things, it was contradictory. Because, you know, on one hand, you're told I like big butts because I do not lie, or they do not lie, or someone's not lying. But on the other hand, we were told to never trust a big butt and a smile. So, which is it? I like big butts and I cannot lie, or don't trust a big butt and a smile? Kind of a conflicting message there. Karen says, I want you all the time. I'm assuming that was a typo. I want you all the time and think you're hilarious. Thanks for making such dramatic times funny. Pretty sure that was a typo, but I'll take it the way it was written. It's supposed to say watch, not want. No. I'll take it the way it was written. If I could, any compliments of that nature at my age and decrepit nature, I'm going to take it as written. My wife doesn't mind. It's okay. Sonia says, glad I was skinny back then. Deborah says, I truly think things went wrong when people started bottling water and other people started buying it. My dad swore to God that the world was coming to an end when we started paying for water and paying for television. He's like, two things that were completely and totally free and worked just fine when they were free. There was no discrepancy to the value statement of water or television, and yet they talked us into spending hundreds of dollars every month on both. Sarah Hansen, thank you for becoming a follower. Karen Louise McLaren, thank you for following. Sean Regian, thank you for following. Sally, Gary, Amy Jo, Don, appreciate all of you guys over on Facebook. Thank you. Check out the retro stuff. The 70s and 80s are starting to come back a little bit of time. I'm just shocked. She goes, Bernadine says, ask a few of the younger generations questions. I do all the time. I love Zoomers. I've got a Gen Z daughter. I've got an older Alpha daughter who's 13. You guys have all met Cleo. I love these kids. I am non-judgmentally intrigued by their lack of knowledge about yesterday. In a world where they hold the history of time in their hands, they don't know what happened before. And I'm not just talking history. I'm talking pop culture. I started to make a video and stopped, asking kids like, do you know what the Berlin Wall was? And I'm not talking 6-year-old kids. I'm talking 22, 23, 24-year-old kids, if they knew what the Berlin Wall was. And the answer was no. I asked them, do you know where the Berlin Wall was? And a couple people said Berlin. Many said they had no idea, and nobody knew that it was in Germany as a country, let alone East and West Germany having been a thing. Stacy says they're not taught anything anymore. I don't think that's it. There's no way they weren't taught it. But if you're only being taught to answer something on a test, and you're told it's for the almighty test, and the grading, and the grade that the school is going to get and your teacher's going to get, and they just teach to the test with no context around it, retention goes away. So our kids retain nothing that they're being taught, my opinion. How do they not know the Berlin Wall? They don't know who Fonzie was, which is pop culture. They don't know, and people can say, and they do all the time in my comments, how do you expect them to know that? That was 30 years ago. That was 40 years ago. I expect them to know that because we have the internet today, and we have Google today. Now we have ChatGPT today, and we have streaming services today. We grew up knowing Who's on First by Laurel and Hardy. I said that wrong. It's not Laurel and Hardy, but you know my point. We knew Who's on First. We knew who Charlie Chaplin was. We knew the Mark of Zorro and the black and white television, like the Honeymooners. We knew who those people were. We knew Jackie Gleason. We knew the pop culture that belonged to the generations before us. Abbott and Costello, thank you. Is that Dave? Dave, buddy, I appreciate you. Yeah. Abbott and Costello, who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Third base. Dude, well before our time. Little Rascals was from the 20s, 30s? We knew this stuff somehow. We knew history. We knew Civil War history, Revolutionary War history. We knew about Watergate. We knew about things that preceded us. And the only thing we had to really know that stuff was each other, school, and a set of encyclopedias in my house from 13 years earlier that were missing the R, the S, and the T. Ron Howard's daughter said she did not watch Happy Days and her godfather is Henry Winkler. Dude, there's things to be learned by that stuff. Hogan's Heroes taught us things. Yes, Robert. I see you, Rob Rogers. Hogan's Heroes taught us things. We're getting closer to collecting. I missed you, brother. Getting closer to collecting 55. Do I think it'll still be there? I missed it. Back then, there were less distractions. I don't know if that was it. Go Bills. I know nothing. They don't know music. They don't know to fear quicksand. UHF and VHF were our channels. I'm not on a soapbox. I don't judge these kids at all. I really don't. There's no malice, hatred, or disdain for them. I don't say that, we're doomed. We're not doomed. At worst case scenario, they're doomed. We're fine. They'll figure it out. People are like, how do they not know how to use a rotary phone? And then other people come in and say, well, why would they? When's the last time you saw a rotary phone? They shouldn't know how to use it. Well, I've never in my life saw a telegram, but I know what it is. Telegraph machine. I mean, we knew about old technology. I don't know. Bob Hope. I loved Bob Hope specials as a kid. The part of that is our parents made us watch it, right? One television in the house for a lot of us when we were real little. And there was television hour. We were done playing outside. The streetlights came on. We didn't want to go to sleep. Derrick Henry touchdown. Oh, well. All right, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a game. I did not go into this game comfortable. The Ravens are favored. I just look at everything as it is what it is. And that was a huge hole he just ran through. Kansas City lost. Every team's going to lose, probably. I didn't want it to be our first game. And I know it's early. I'm not a pessimist, but I'm a Bills fan. And we Bills fans, we see losing early and often. Noonan. Trying to make him miss. Noonan. He didn't miss. If he did, I would have taken the credit. All right. Lawrence Welk hated it. But yeah, it's one television in the house. So we just sat there quietly on the floor because the furniture was taken by the adults. And we kept our mouths shut because if we caused a distraction in our parents' television, then we were sent to bed. And there was nothing in our rooms to do. There was no TVs or electronics. Later in my high school years, I had a stereo in there, which is cool. But you primarily, especially as a little kid, didn't want to be sent to your room. Do I watch the Bills live every week here? God, I don't think my heart or I don't think you guys would enjoy it. Yeah, it's tough to stop Lamar and Henry. But when it's on Sunday nights, yes. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Ernestine. My kids grew up with Grandpa's jukebox. I have a bigger stereo in my room now. I have a tiny stereo in my room now. I have an Amazon thing. That's it. That's what I listen to music on. Ronaldo says Bills are going to just score more. It's that simple. Well, God bless. Let's hope. I did turn a corner. I'm a huge Bills fan. I grew up outside of Buffalo. I lived in Rochester. I lived in Buffalo from 88 to 2000. I am a University of Buffalo alumnus. I worked for Jim Kelly at his restaurant and bar. I worked security at the Bills games at one point. I bleed Buffalo red and blue, but about a year ago, 2 years ago, I turned a corner. I stopped letting it ruin my week when they would lose. I would be miserable. You think there was a death in the family every time they lost a game. You would see them go out the next day. The actual players seem fine after a loss, and yet some of us fans would be gone for the week, would be done, would be miserable. So now I'm like, all right, love my team, hope they win. If they don't, they don't. I have an iPod Touch. Favorite chips growing up, Lay's, Doritos. I'm going to throw you a curve, David Clark, and say Munchos. No, Pringles were my favorites until I discovered Munchos, and I realized the things I liked about Pringles were how salty they were, and Munchos were even saltier. By the way, Pringles now, excuse my language, suck ass. I don't know who decided, without telling the rest of us, that the recipe needed changing. The box, the carton, the tube still says original. They're not original, not even close to original. They're garbage. They're like thin pieces of cardboard that are so brittle you can't even make duck lips anymore. They suck. Do not buy Pringles. It's my little rant. Unless, of course, they sponsor my page, and then I'll change my mind. Do I think Social Security will be there? We're getting closer. Sure, I think it'll be there. What level? I don't know. I think we have to wait to 70 in order to get full payout, so really not close. But then a lot of financial analysts say don't wait, take it as soon as you can because of the inflation. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll make us wait to 65, 68. I don't know. They're horrible. I had my wife buy like 5 different tubes, so I thought we got bad ones each time. And it wasn't. They changed it somehow. There's a Lay's edition of Pringles. That's interesting. I think it's 6'5" or 6'7". If you ask my Gen Alpha daughter, she'd say it's 6'7". I can't believe I did that. I only love scoop Fritos. Fritos are okay. We were taught differently than the kids today, and we retained what we learned. Yeah, I did a video on the Pringles. That's how serious I take these things. Come on, let's go. 2nd and 10. All right, take it easy. Take it easy. Bill's offense sputtering. Take a breath, dude. 3rd down.
It was one of the really big discussion points in the offseason whether or not the Buffalo Bills were going to try and enhance the wide receiver position. They did with a couple of free agents.
3rd down. Give me a minute here.
Not so much in the trap. And they did.
3rd and 6. Between our own 20 and 30. That's not good. Come on, guys. 1st down. Let's get it. Josh, run. Ooh, I don't like that play. That was an ugly play call. McDermott, if that's McDermott's play calling, that was garbage. Fumble forward out of bounds. That was a horrible play. Really bad play calling. Favorite is Skibbity 6'7". Look it up there. It's not going to tell you what it means. It was a meme. It's called brain rot. The kids today just say something. Just number one, I think, to annoy everybody that doesn't get it. It's like Gag Me with the Spoon was really nonsensical, but it had some concept. It's like now they've taken it to a whole new level. I think it's funny though. Glad you liked it, Violet. Kettle chips, they're okay. Planter cheese balls suck. I heard that switched too. Supposed to be better and healthier. Listen, I don't want my junk food to be healthier. There's a reason it's called junk food. If I want my healthy food, I'll eat my healthy food. I know where to find carrots. I know where broccoli lives. But if I want my junk food, I want my junk food. Bruh. Yeah, Tony, but was our dude any better? I can have an entire conversation using the word dude and bro interchangeably, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And Wirehead's over in Canada flexing about his different kinds of chips that we don't have. Remember, as a kid, I'd visit Toronto to visit my cousins, and I loved ketchup potato chips. Dude, they were good. Have I seen the creator Jordan Rumsey? Her online name is Can't Buy Me 80s. Gen Z and dresses and experience all things 80s. That's cool. I'll have to look it up. Kettle chips, yuck. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, ketchup chips are amazing. Every time we'd go, we'd come back over the border, and the border people would say, anything to declare, or you bring anything back. And I'm like, yeah, 17 bags of ketchup potato chips. That's it. Dude. Dill chips, those are good too. Now the dudes have taken over the chat. And girls were dude too. I did see, I'd forgotten that we used the verbiage of dudette for a while, that there were dudes and dudettes. But to me, it's kind of like guys. Gals was something owned by a previous generation. I don't think we used gals very much. Am I wrong here? Everybody was guys. Are you guys coming? And guys could be girls or guys. It didn't much matter. Dude was the same thing. Everybody was dude. Well, dude, there's a run defense, and then there's a run defense against the Ravens, and it's going to be tough. But that's not good. Look at that. Oh, shut up, Collinsworth. And now you'll hear me start with the Bills chant that out of desperation. Fumble, come on. Dude is all inclusive. It is. I personally use gals if it's all women, but guys is still my default. I could see that.
You're going to see that both of these teams, especially at the tackle position, doing a lot.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll figure it out.
But these teams had 4 guys that can pull in any
Dudery.
and it's so much a part of their offense, and it makes it so hard to read those counters by Lamar going the other way.
You know what I thought of the other day? Hold on 1 second. Come on, just hold him to a field goal. Come on! To be fair, even the cameraman was fooled. The camera guy was following the wrong guy on that ball. On that. Oh, son of a bitch! Well, that's why you got. Yeah, everyone went right, including the camera guy, and Lamar just took it left. That was great play action. Nobody had a clue he got the ball. That was. Oh, shut up, Collinsworth. What's going on, BJ's Art? Good to see you. Muted the TV a while ago. Yeah, I know I'm on a delay. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm watching the game online. Who remembers Chunky? I had completely forgotten about the Chunky bar. And now I want one. I've been thinking about it for like the last 4 days. And the stores that I went to, none of them have had it. But just for some bizarre reason, out of nowhere, I was talking about like Gen X era candy. And we were talking about, Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. You got your chocolate and my peanut butter. M&M melts in your mouth and not in your hands. York Peppermint Patty, the sensation of a cool breeze. All of the commercials that were on constantly around candy. Every time you turned around, there was something that was talking about candy. And I don't remember Chunky really having like a slogan or anything, but we were just talking about the different slogans. I was prepping for a video, which I haven't made yet. And I'm like, shit, Did Chunky Bar have a slogan or a logo? Marathon bars were good. $100,000 bar, which is now the 100. I guess they changed it about 20 years ago to the 100 grand bar. Chunky Dude here, the fat chocolate bar. Chunky, I don't think it was called the fat chocolate bar. Did Chunky have raisins? God, I don't think so. It was just a big square of chocolate. It was ginormous. It was chunky. Nope, you're wrong. Sorry, Sarge. I promise you it used to be the $100,000 bar. You can look it up. Don't know. Maybe you're from a different country. But it was not always the 100 grand bar. If this is a Mandela effect and I'm wrong, so be it. But at this point, in this moment, based on my memories, it used to be called the $100,000 bar. Look it up for me. Somebody prove me right, because I'm Gen X enough that I can admit when I'm wrong, but I really like being right. Right, Kurisula? They did have raisins in it? Okay. See, I'm wrong. I don't mind that one. I didn't know that one for sure. I remember the nuts. I do know for sure that it was the $100,000 bar.
That's what they call me in college.
Yes, sir, you are correct. $100,000 bar.
They called me a lot of things, different things.
I bet they did.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn.
I guess it was too long. They just decided to shrink it. It's been the 100 grand bar for a long time. Probably late 80s it flipped over. But yeah, John is always right, always. And if I'm not right, then I'll admit to being wrong sometimes, but I like to be wrong on the little things that confuse people, because they're like, well, wait, he admits when he's wrong, he just did. But that way I can die on a hill and really, with all kinds of confidence, express something that I may know I don't necessarily know, but it plays out. I still call it the $100,000 bar. What else was there? I was never a fan of Twix. I guess it's the nougat. I'm not a big nougat guy. Nate. Judith, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you. Ate a chocolate chunky bar last month, or that's cool. Do you guys remember the foil? I think everything tasted better in foil. Ho-Hos were better in foil. And they weren't like, so Ho-Hos started, it was kind of like the way we would wrap a can of Shasta in aluminum foil to keep it cold. That's how Ho-Hos used to come. The foil was like squished around the Ho-Ho. It wasn't like a sealed package necessarily. You peeled the foil off of the Ho-Ho. Kit Kats came in foil. You'd take off the red, and inside the red, oh, thank you so much, Port Angel. Appreciate that. You'd take it out of the red packaging, and there'd be the foil inside, and you would unwrap it. That went away. Ding Dongs, Carrie says, were in foil. Crunch Bar in foil. Hershey's chocolate bars were in foil. First down. Stop talking with phone, dude. Okay. Don't know what that meant. Tasted better that way? It must have been. Why aren't I watching the Bills game? Well, I am. Just got a first down. Two things at once is kind of my motto. Pudding in cans. I don't remember pudding in cans. Pudding in cans. I remember the Hawaiian Punch in the giant can. Do you guys remember that? And it didn't have like a pull tab. You had to take like an old school can opener to the bitch. It was like, and it was tin. It wasn't aluminum. You couldn't crush a can back then. It was hard. So what time have we got? So we're past our hour. I will say we made our goal on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. But if you know me at all, you know I'm going to do a little bit of begging. 9102. Nobody has to give anything. But if some are out there and there's, say, 4 of you that want to give a bet, not you, not you know who shouldn't. Travin, you're good. If the rest of you on YouTube feel like 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 to get us to another $8.98 and make that even out, that would be awesome. If not, no big deal either. I love those Hawaiian Punch in the big cans. And the commercial was guaranteed to make us just, oh, thank you for subbing. I appreciate that so much, dude. We would just punch each other. because the commercial literally, Ernestine, thank you. There's two. That brings us a 9302. We would punch each other. How about a nice Hawaiian punch? And they'd be yes, and then boom, we'd punch the person. We thought it was funny. Kool-Aid. I will tell you. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Stacy. I will tell you that I never liked Kool-Aid as a little kid. At my dude, Cajun S coming through. Goal met and then some. Appreciate you. Cajun S just gifted the $2 for them and for 24 of their closest friends. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys more than I can say. I pray that nobody ever donates more than they can. But you guys make it possible. All of you make it possible for this to be the thing that I do for a living. It allows me to make content all the time that I hope you guys see value in. And it allows me to take time off so that I can be here. Dorinda, thank you for the 20 stars over on Facebook. Carrie says, I guess I'll have to start watching on YouTube. It's all good. If you haven't subscribed on Facebook, one thing you can do on Facebook to help is there's a subscription button that allows you access to a private page there. It's only $1 a month. That's one way. The other way is if you have a birthday coming up. If you think that something I would do would make someone happy, you can hit the storefront and request a private video. If you want me to roast somebody, I've done a couple of those. That is my favorite thing on earth right now. I love roasting people. Give me a little bit of information about somebody, and I will send them a video on your behalf, just shredding them to pieces. And I'll end it by making fun of their mother every single time, whether she's still on earth or not. I don't care. My mom died is not a defense against a mom joke. I'll give my condolences and then continue on as I was. Never liked Kool-Aid. So here's the deal with Kool-Aid. My mom, Greek immigrant mother, God bless her, probably watching. Although, Mom, for some reason, Facebook's hiding you from me. She's like, I saw you, I watched, I said hello 7 times. I know you know say hi. I'm like, Mom, I don't see it. I don't see it. So I love you if you're there. My mom made Kool-Aid at home like twice. She went out of her way to be the all-American mother. God bless her, she tried. What she didn't realize, thank you so much, Horsecale, was that you have to bring your own sugar for Kool-Aid. We all had sugary sweet Kool-Aid. That's because the mother who made it added sugar. My mother, the 2 times she attempted it, did not. And we didn't know enough to tell her to add the sugar. We were little. We didn't know. So, yeah, that's why I didn't like Kool-Aid unless I had it at a friend's house. I always thought my mom was buying like the generic version or something. Christine Dennis had started following you this week after I laughed my ass off watching your videos. Christine, thank you so much. It's the idea. Make you laugh, make you think, make you cry maybe. All of the above. Nice little run by Shakir. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. He was there. That was Coleman. Overthrew him. Son of a bitch. Carrie, thank you for the stars. 500 stars. Thank you so much. Jeremy Seller says, I say again, it's like hanging out in the commons during lunch with my friends from 85 to 89. I pray that it's like all of those things. It's like hanging out with a bunch of friends. It's like being, thank you. It's like being on the phone late with that friend and just talking about everything. It's like the 90s, right? When we all got the discs and jumped onto AOL chat rooms or ICQ. And just learned people. I can't stop you, Travin, dude. You all right? Oh man, that's funny. Hey, Travin, $3 away from 150. Just saying. Is Tang still around? It is. 38. Come on, Cook. You got your contract extension. Do something. Come on. Eli, thank you for sharing memberships. Appreciate you. Nah. All right. Well, take the field goal. Please take the field goal. Oh, wait. You guys are ahead of me. Did they take the field goal? Oh, my God. I hate this. You guys are ahead of me. Thank you so much. Appreciate the compliments. No, don't go for it. Did they go for it? No, take the field goals. Take the points. I know we're behind, but it's first half. Take the points.
They're hoping Teddy Buchanan can take over that other side.
I've just learned that AOL was shut down. No, so Dorinda, what happened was that AOL was still running AOL as an internet service provider. So if you have to reach the internet, you get an internet service provider. And I guess somewhere on this planet in the United States, people were still using AOL as a dial-up internet service provider. They were dialing in to AOL through the phone line, hearing that screeching, screechy screech in order to have internet in their homes. That's what ended on September 1st. And I would have thought that ended God knows when. But yeah, that just ended. 1710, okay. So yeah, that was dial-up, and it just ended. AOL's no longer doing that. Lamar going for another MVP, Travis. Yes, I double dog dared you, I guess. That's it. That shuts that down. Yeah, so that just happened, correct, Dale, on September 1st. But I guess in some sense, AOL is still around. People still have AOL emails. Alyssa just said that she still has, or that they still have an AOL email. I love your content. Thank you. Hello to you, too. Hotmail. I still have a Hotmail address. I don't think anything goes to it anymore. I just go in there and delete spam once in a while. Do I remember the no-name brand aisle in the supermarket? Sherry, my mom shopped. The earliest memories I have are shopping in like a PC in the supermarkets that only had no-name brand stuff in them. Do I remember no brand name aisle in supermarkets? I remember buying my sneakers in the supermarket. You want to talk no-name? Hey, it doesn't get more no-name than that. That screechy screech sound will never read my brain. Yeah, it's like that. It works. I'm using it. Yahoo was created in 97. Never had a Yahoo one. Somebody asked if I have my Vans. I have a pair of Vans. Mostly Adidas, though. I've got a couple pairs of Sambas. Government cheese. Didn't get much better than that. I will write a bot to spam you $1 at a time for 50 times. And I know you can do it, too. Damn. Kruger's had cool cutter brand with everything. Wegmans had a really good no brand name thing. It was pretty good. Anyone remember MapQuest? Absolutely. I was in banking at the time. And all my appointments, I had a MapQuest out before I went on the road. And I got really good at having MapQuest take me from place to place to place and plot out my entire trip. It was pretty cool. Kangaroos, I had a pair. Kept a quarter in the pocket of one foot and a house key in the other.
And now this team that has been very good, very close, trying to get the Bills back to the big game. And this fan base just desperate to host that Super Bowl parade.
Oh, man.
Will that day be in February of 2026? The Mafia hopes.
When's the Super Bowl this year? It's in February?
Raiders kick. In play, so return.
Come on. Fumble! No! Jesus, somebody stop him. He got all the way to the 50. That's just lousy special teams play. Unbelievable. Jordache jeans. I asked one of the kids at the restaurant if they knew what Jordache jeans were. I got to make a video on this one. And they told me they didn't realize DoorDash sold jeans. And I'm like, what now? They said, I didn't know DoorDash sold jeans. Like, I didn't say DoorDash. I said Jordache. But to be fair, I get it. Yeah, there's a time delay. Again, I'm on the internet with it. February 8th. Okay. Yeah, because my birthday's the 1st. And every once in a while, back before they had like the media week, the Super Bowl would fall on my birthday. Those Bugle Boy jeans you're wearing? Yeah, DoorDash jeans. That I got it. I'd forgotten that. I meant to remember it for a video. That's coming. Sasson, I remember that. Well, listen, guys, we are way over. We're at minute 20. I appreciate all of you guys. Some housekeeping before I leave you. Tuesday night on YouTube. As always, we will have our Tuesday night Gen X era trivia. If you want to play along, 7 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. I actually do it live in front of a live studio audience that's playing along, but you guys can join in on YouTube at the same time. It's about an hour, starts at 7 o'clock. Usual cast of characters will keep you company on YouTube while I am delivering to a live audience. Wednesday, Thursday, I try to get another live in there if I can, yet to be determined. News on the podcast front. For those asking about the Review Mirror, I have a call with Chris and with Shell coming up this week to figure out when we are bringing that back. So stay tuned on that. Good night, Crisula. Go Bills. Let's hope we turn it around in the second half. Thank you to everybody who joined in today. This has been a good live. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Got somebody who wants to say hi before we sign off.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was like doing my hair and stuff.
Oh, did you do homework yet?
No.
Are you serious?
Hey, it's only 9:26.
What do you mean it's only 9:26? You're gonna make me look like a bad parent. Come here. Somebody wants to say hi. You know?
Football's back.
Oh, my phone.
Huh?
Everything's
You're fine.
every detail of game day
No.
No, why? You just did your hair. You look nice.
like you've never
Is it because your shirt has a town name on it?
Yeah.
You weirdo.
get great
All right. Love you guys.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thea Crisula says hi. Oh, everybody says hi, Cleo. Hey, Cleo, get to work, says Stacy. Get your homework done. Carrie, good luck with dinner. Dale, peace. Charlie, later for real this time. Ton, see you Tuesday. Good night, Retro. Sonia, good to see you. Bye, guys. Bye, Luna. Bye, Eli. Bye, Marie. All right, Cleo, I'm hanging up. No, she's telling me no. I said goodbye. Judith says, is that your 13-year-old? That is my 13-year-old. Good night, Joan. Good night, Sherry. People are saying goodbye, Cleo. You're not even here to say goodbye. I'm closing the whole... I'm hanging up the phone. She's right here.
Hanging up the phone. Okay, I put a jacket on.
Why?
I made no difference, but... Oh, my God. No. My hair looks so bad.
Your hair looks good. What is wrong with your hair? Your hair's beautiful. No, it looks nice. You look nice. This is my honey. This is my 13-year-old. This is my sweetheart. This is my baby. This is my former micro preemie. This is my miracle. My love. Check you next week, Dorinda. Bye, Gail. Thank you so much for the stars. Travin and everybody. Thank you so much for the donations. Appreciate all of you guys. And remember, if you're going to be anywhere near the Orlando area, September 26th, 27th, and 28th, Fanboy Expo. Find me out there. Maybe we'll figure something out. Take some selfies, hang out, talk all things 80s, and have some fun. Love her curls. She's so cute. You're cute, Cleo. Your hair is awesome, Cleo. Good night, Tani. So pretty. Say good night.
Night, guys.
Night, everybody.
Wait, are you watching on here?
I am. Night, everybody. Oh, I got to hit end live video. See, I almost forgot. And end Facebook. And peace.
Oh, I wish they were here.